Well, someone asked me in one of the questions, how you should act during your first day in prison. I've already answered that in a couple of questions, in a couple of videos, I think, or along those lines, things along a similar vein. So I just thought I'd answer on how you should act in prison. Full stop. Um, I'll give two examples of two different people acting two different ways in prison and people's reaction to them, and you can judge. You can judge for yourself which was the good way, which was the bad way, the right way, the wrong way. It is clear. Right. So there's a geezer. We're in Bedford. We're in Bedford prison. The geezer on the wing. He does shot. He shots on the wing. But it's not just because he shots. He's a safe geezer. Yeah. He don't say. He don't. He never screams and shouts ever, even to the screws. He's looking at a big. He's looking at a big bird. Yeah. He never screams and shouts ever to the screws. Never screams and shouts at people on the wing. You don't talk to most people on the wing. He says hello. He says hello to everyone on the wing, and he nods his head to everyone on the wing, and he's always polite to everyone on the wing. Yeah, but he watches what he says to most people. Yeah, he's one of those people as well. This is the God's honest truth. He always walks around with his head down, even on the landing. Always got his head down because of the cameras on the wing. Yeah, he's always got his head. He's always on it. He's always alert, and he's always please and thank you to everybody. Super polite. Yeah. If someone goes up to him and asks for something, even someone that usually he doesn't know, he never brushes them off. He's never rude to them. He never tells them yeah in 1 minute and leaves them standing there awkwardly for 20 minutes while he carries on having a cup of tea with his mates. He's always polite. He's always got time for people. Like I said, he doesn't talk about things in front of most people, but he's always polite to everyone, and everyone can always get a nod and a polite hello out of him. Um, the showers. Bedford showers, yeah. We're at Soch. Um, and the showers are locked. Okay, the showers are locked. Last showers may have been called. You know, screws usually with about 5-10 minutes ago say last showers. So everyone has a minute. Whoever hasn't had a shower will have about a minute to run and grab their stuff to get in there before the door locks. Okay, and it's sort of like a wooden door with a plastic window, plastic perspex window, not glass for obvious reasons. Yeah, there's one geezer in the shower, one geezer uh, showering, obviously. Matey, who I'm talking about, the safe one, the one that's always got time for everyone, is sort of standing outside the shower, and for all intents and purposes, is talking to Matey in the shower. So Matey's in the shower, got the perspex screen between them. Matey's standing there in his boxers, getting dry or whatever. I think he's had a shower. And Matey, the other geezer, was on the outside. He's on the social. He's on the landing side, fully dressed, talking to him through the window. I don't know what about. I'm in my cell. I'm not. I'm probably 20 foot away. Yeah. I'm not really watching what's going on. Me and my cellmate are both standing outside chatting. As then it's clear, it becomes clear eventually that those two are arguing. Those two are arguing, like Matey and the geezer in the shower. Geezer in the shower sort of like punches the perspex. Perspex? Why can't I say that word? Perspex. And the window comes out. The plastic falls out, yeah, so you've just got a hole in the door, yeah? And he sort of like goes for Matey through the window. Matey steps back, sort of laughing, grinning at him, yeah? Laughing at him. Steps back onto the rail. There's nowhere for him to go. So say that's the shower door. You got a little, and like that's the landing, isn't it? That's the landing. That's the landing. All the cells along there. You got the railing there. Matey leans back against the landing, like against the railing, blocking him, laughing at him. Like, what are you doing? I don't know what he's saying to him, but you know, what are you doing, you mug? Now this is an exaggeration. Everybody on the wing. This, you know, there may have been one or two that didn't get involved, But it shows that if you act right, and not just because he had things, it wasn't because he had things, and he didn't have a team of people behind him either. He really never. Bedford was not his local, yeah. He had, well, it was him. It was him. He was on his own. He's leant back laughing. The whole wing has erupted. Like the whole wing has seen this geezer who's only been on the wing probably 10 minutes, doesn't realise what he's doing. Has gone for this geezer through. The whole wing's seen it and has rushed upstairs. The shower cell, the shower door is locked. Don't forget. It's a good thing for him. It saved him. There's a hole in the wall, isn't there? There's a hole in the door. My Cody goes over there 100 miles an hour. I'll go behind there. I'll go there. Not as quick as him, like. I'm not into all this standing at doors and screaming, shouting through doors and all that. I go over there, so I don't want to be the only plum standing on my own. This geezer, he doesn't realise, does he? You know what I mean? He can't see. All he can see is out of the hole. So he can see 10 geezers and he's giving it all of them. And eventually it becomes abundantly clear to him when he puts his sort of head out that there's 100 geezers trying to swing and punch him and get to him. And he sort of like puts it a little bit, as you would. But he doesn't go on for long. It gets broken up and the screws come and take it away. And he's still giving it all that. And when the screws come, protect him and take him to his cell. The next day he says sorry to matey. He goes up to him and he says sorry. Yeah? We all know why he said sorry, because he realised that he was in serious trouble, right? Matey didn't have to lift a finger, didn't have to say a word, didn't have to pay anyone. Pete was looking to do that for free, and that's not because he's the geezer with things on the wing. That's because he's polite to everyone and he's got time to everyone. You know, the geezers on the wing, we all know the people that you might be embarrassed. You know, they come to say hello to you and ask if they can play pool, and you're like, oh. Does anyone see me talking to this geezer? We all know the people. He was never like that. He will chat to that geezer, tell that geezer, you know, that geezer won't have to go through 10 people to get anything off him, because he's too embarrassed. He won't deal with him because he doesn't look right and all that nonsense. He deals with everyone. He's polite with everyone, and the whole thing erupted when this geezer swung one punch at him. One punch. He sort of stood there like back laughing, like, you know what I mean, with all these geezers swarming over him trying to get, and he was so lucky the door was locked. Forget the hole, the geezer was sort of like defending the hole a little bit, but it was so lucky that shower was locked. That's the right way to act. You know, I haven't left you guessing, have I? I've told you that's the right way to act. There's another geezer. Different time, different set of circumstances. We're in Aylesbury now, so we're going back in time, further in time than Bedford. Aylesbury, I'm a YO, young offenders. Aylesbury is a young offenders. There's a geezer on the wing. He was funny in small doses. Do you know when you see someone and you can stand there for 30 seconds? And he'll give it, and he'll laugh, and he'll take the piss, and you can laugh, and then you can go away. But when you're stuck on the wing with this sort of person, it gets too much. You know what I mean? It gets way too much. And he was a piss taker. He never had nothing. He was always borrowing, and he'd borrow forever, and we're trying not to give it back, and you'd have to bug him to get it back. He was one of them ones. He was a right annoyance and a ruiner of days, you know. And he was a pad thief as well. I've said this about Aylesbury. Everyone was robbing out of everyone's cell, man. It just is what it is. Everyone was doing it to each other. And the thing is, he would like this particular geezer was doing it to like people that really couldn't defend themselves, like bullying. And even kids that are robbing each other's cells and all that. Yeah, and I'm not laughing at robbing cells. It's the ridiculousness of the situation. Even kids robbing cells and all that don't like people bullying. No one likes seeing bullies today. No one likes it. And he was always taking this stuff off of one kid, always doing him over, having him over, constantly left, right and centre. And there was a safe kid on the wing, sort of quiet, This Geordie geezer, right? Big, didn't really talk to no one, but was safe. You know what I mean? Always said hello to everyone, and he sort of talked to the underdogs. He sort of hung about with the person that was getting bullied, that sort of people. He hung about with those sort of people. Maybe he was that sort of person in a body that looked like he'd punch a hole through you, you know. But those are the people he liked having it with, you know. Nothing, not saying anything against the geezer. I don't know the ins and outs. I don't know what he'd been saying to, like, mate, you got to stick up for yourself. You've got to do this. You've got to do that. But one day, mate, he went in his cell, and a pair of them was in there, and they punched the living, well, poo-poo out of this geezer, right? This geezer's got a load of people on the wing. Yeah, he's one of them ones, yeah. There's 50 people on the wing that are all from his area, all from his manor, from his ends. They're all in a clique. They'll go on like they're best mates. And he got annihilated in the cell. Not one person come to his defence. Not one person said a word to either of them, either the big one or the victim, and he was until this second. And the geezer that they give a slap to, the bully, spent the rest of his time that I can remember being on that wing in Aylesbury, standing under the stairs at Soch, out of everyone's sight, because he knew everyone knew what happened. He knew everyone see what happened, and he knew that he wasn't going to do anything about it. So he used to stand under the stairs, and he did nothing. He must, you know, so that hour Soch must have been the longest hour for him ever, because he stood under the stairs just waiting for it to end. How do you want to do your jail time? If you enjoyed that, hit subscribe, and we'll chat later. Adios.